Hello and welcome back to daily planning for Bitcoin and gold. Today is the 18th of February. So we recap for Bit. Yesterday we got the trade. Actually, if you remember, well, of course, I didn't take the trade. I enjoy Chinese New Year. So if you got the trade, good for you. What the trade that my pinpoint was is that this particular you got yourself a touch on daily VWAP. So if you got the trade setup, it was pretty simple. So first of all, you might wanna see this on your alarm. You probably got alarm here, and then you try to bid either on here or on the next daily VWAP touch, which for just for reference, if you got here and also invalidation on the last highs, either on the last highs or on usually you might want to get yourself another room which is on above the weekly VWAP, and then taking for our POI here, which is on this particular lows or on this blue line, you get yourself 4.7 R. Pretty good. And then the next trade is on this particular low. I did mention that if we were to touch this blue line, we might have ourselves a reaction, which we do. This is for me a liquidation reaction. I don't really see the order flow on this particular part, forgive me, but on this lows and on this particular price action, I see that it stalls after this particular lows. So we still have sells, another sells, and then we stall here, and then we move up above. So what you want to see on this current thing, if you were to bid, since we are against daily trend, you don't want to see yourself bidding higher than needed. Okay? First and foremost, you don't use order flow. You only use price action and candles because of that missing info about regarding this structure. It's better to manage your trade properly. So if I were to make a trade on this particular part, I will probably either I'm going for aggressive, which is after this low was swept and then highs, another buys were taken. I'll probably bid on this particular highs immediately, and then my take profit will be on this 50% area on the liquidation, because I don't really believe we're gonna make a clean V-shaped recovery based on the previous context. So my target will probably be on this particular part. I get myself 1.41 R in a mere 20 minutes, and that's fine for me if I miss the extended profits or whatsoever. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna start with our daily planning. Sorry for the extra mumbling. Currently, we have lots of VAs. Let's see, 1 hour time frame. Yep, we have lots of VA, and also we still have lots of POIs that, for me personally, is still important. So for this current context, first and foremost, 2024 VA is by far a very relatively important context. If we see here, after we swap, we got ourselves hovering in 2024 VA, which is value area high on this context. Deviation went back, and then another deviation, went back, another deviation, but the momentum is losing. So for me, this is also proven on the next step. Another deviation, want to break out, another deviation, and then went back. Last deviation, went back. So for me, 2024 VA is still pretty important. But we haven't once get ourselves to swap 2024 value area low. So yeah, still want a reaction on these particular lows. Okay, and then we are making ourselves a VA to VA, VA to VA to VA to VA. What do you want to see here? Actually, I still want to see another reaction here on this particular low. The lowest part on these white lines. I want to see another particular low to be formed. So we are still having ourselves, contextually, we're still on downtrend. And if that will happen, I still want to see a reaction here. For me, this is still a good low that needs to hold. We've only retested once with a deviation, like properly. Went through, stalling, deviation, and then went back. So if price were to go that low again, I want to see the same reaction here. But if price were to fail, I'm gonna remove that also. But if price were to fail, by failing I mean we don't have some kind of liquidation but controlled selling, like properly grinding like this. If it were to be like that, then what you want to see is a price went straight into 2024 VAL, or value area low. That's my ideas actually. So best case would be to price stalls again on this particular low on 65.8k. That is our best cue to make another possibly multi-week range, and your week range will be on this highs to lows. That is our best cues. If not, then for me straight to lower part. Okay, that's for Bitcoin. Gold, more or less the same. If you got it, good for you. But now we are way above our weekly VWAP, possibly with low amount of buying volume, and we soar higher. Okay, that's actually not a good idea. But hey, ideas are still the same. We're still wanting another momentum low down here. Is blue, and also it correlates with our weekly VWAP. So what you want to see is a rejection here to continue the momentum. Then if not, if price stalls here, then you might get yourself a reaction and a rotation to take out these highs. Okay, but only if price stalls and then soar higher, then your POI, first POI will be on this particular highs. Okay, but if not, proceed as usual. Just make yourself a bias that price will still goes lower as per higher momentum trend. So we have low highs, then you might get yourself a low highs. See? Low highs, make yourself get a low highs. Okay? So that's about it for today's planning. I see you next tomorrow. Okay, see you.